All right, you guys, this is Ross the Fig Boss. Today we are tasting some figs. I have a nice plate here of different varieties, mostly hardy Chicago types. Little Ruby, I think that's a Smith right there. We have some Campanile that were rather interesting. And then the fig, though, I want to talk about today is called Teramo. This is one that was found by Big Bill. I think he found this one in Maryland, and it was really an early ripener, and he noted that from the tree that he found and fell in love with it. And I grew this one as well for many years, like Bill has. Bill has obviously had much more experience than I have with this particular fig, but I'm finding now that when I planted this tree actually out in the front, the soil has been rather dry there. And because of that drier soil, this one actually tastes really quite good. If you can get these in a drier period of time, sometimes I find the eye is a little bit open. Sometimes the fruit flies can get to them in more humid years. They're not that optimal. They're not that great. But if you can get these actually somewhat dried up on the tree, it's a really nice, nice fig. And there was a fig I grew many years ago called Brandon Street that Ben B in Seattle used to grow, and he found that one where he's at in the Pacific Northwest. I think this particular fig goes by a different name. It's called Nebo, or at least there is an actual name for this in Italy, because it is somewhat of a common fig. I've been seeing this one around at different people have been growing it by different names. My friend Chris has one. I think it's called Easton Find, if I'm not mistaken, which he found in Easton, PA, I think. And so for my money, the point is that it's not a bad fig. It is quite layered. And when I had some Brandon Street many years ago, you guys can watch the videos on that. There was some pretty good taste reviews. I was really raving about it because if you get them really nice like this and dried, they're insane. Now, if you get them a little bit less ripe, like you could see the difference here between the two. I would not argue that this is, really something amazing. But, this fig doesn't get any credit really whatsoever for flavor. It really just does depend on when you pick these things. We're really struggling there with the camera. There we go. You can kind of see the difference in ripeness. The one on the left is like candy. It looks so jammy and sticky. The one on the right, definitely you could say needs like another day or two. That outside pith, the white area around the pulp inside the skin is quite a difference, and you can determine that just by looking at that, how ripe a fig is sometimes. And so let me taste them both, and I'll explain how layered and how awesome this is. I just ate one. I said I got to make a video on this. So this is a sugar fig, but it has a light berry flavor to it and a real honey marshmallow flavor to it. If you combined a marshmallow with honey and injected that into a fig and gave it that sweetness content, other fruits I've tried, by the way, have like a cotton candy flavor. Some of them have, like some apricots I've tasted have cotton candy flavors. Some grapes I've tasted have cotton candy flavors. Others taste like marshmallows. I've seen plums I've grown here that taste like bubblegum. Persimmons, they have more of a marshmallowy cinnamon flavor. There's all kinds of weird sugary flavors. Some taste like molasses, some taste like caramel, some taste like honey. And for my money, that right there is like a marshmallow plus honey. Somewhat of an interesting berry flavor, actually. Not a ton of that berry, but it's there. And it also has a nice figgy flavor, a dried fruit flavor. It tastes like raisins or dates or dried figs. And all of that is into one little package. Isn't that pretty amazing? So for me, it's unique in that way. There's the other one here, where this one actually, I'm not picking up that marshmallow flavor nearly as much, but it's there a little bit. You could taste a little bit of the resinous flavor from an underripe fig. Not as sweet, but still really good. And for my money, again, like, that's what's kind of the nice part about growing these figs and, such a genetic diversity that there is in Ficus corica. It can be quite different than some of these others. And you get these interesting flavors that really linger. This one actually does linger quite a bit in your mouth, that sweetness there. And it's also proving the point, I guess, as well, that, having that drier soil also goes a really long way too. So for me, that is really quite a good fig. When they're ripened at such a high quality, that fig, although normally you wouldn't call it such a great tasting fruit, a great tasting variety, that actually is probably, the fruits I just ate are anywhere between like a 4.3, a 4.4, and a 4.7 out of 5. How insane is that? So that was Teramo. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys for more videos here on the different figs that we're growing. Catch you guys later.